Hey everybody, welcome back to Dino Comics Forever, and today I'm going to be showing you what I did with the Winter Soldier. As you can see, what I did, which was very quick, was I just drew one half the face and I copied it and put it on the other. I did this because I didn't want to waste too much time trying to make it look symmetrical, because that's something I'm always afraid of, making things, when I'm trying to make a face look symmetrical, I know for a fact I won't do it right, so that's why I copied it over. It's not cheating because it's on Photoshop, so sue me if you think it's cheating. I don't care. So this is actually a bit quicker than my normal videos because I tend to ramble, so I'm just going to get straight to the point. This is my basic ink phase. I always do it on top of the pencil layer because I know for a fact many people have messed up on this part when they actually by mistake ink on the same layer as the drawing, and then they've gone so far they can't go back anymore, or they just have to start over again, which sucks. It really does. Actually, the most challenging part about this drawing was actually the gun, because I'm not exactly used to drawing lots of modern-day stuff. And I think I messed up on his arm because I just went with the typical space meal, as I call it, because I didn't go into detail with that. And okay, we're nearly done. I add these little shine bits to the, sort of like a shine light shines, or shine lines to the gun or the metal part, so I can tell where the initial shine is going to be on. And of course, my favorite part, doing a little bit of shadow. In my opinion, I think I did too much, but you know, when I put in the black, it really helped it out. So I think I just do this for fun. I mean, if it hurts the drawing, I'm sorry. If it doesn't, I don't apologize. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, nearly done with this part, because after this part, I used a separate layer for all the heavy black tones. I like using heavy black tones. That way, I don't have to, you know, put too much effort in shadows. Okay, here what I actually did was I used on a separate layer, I lowered the opacity to 50%, or in this case, 55%, and here I just did a rough idea of where I want the heavy shadows to be. Because Winter Soldier, or Bucky Barnes, is dressed heavily in very dark colors, so I really wanted to be careful with that, so it didn't become too black. And okay, I wasn't too sure exactly what material his knee pads were, so I just, you know, left them in sort of a leathery state, so it worked out kind of well. Okay, and like as I showed you before, I just use a basic shape furrow. I just, you know, blot down a bunch of black, and then with the eraser tool, I mold it to the shape I want it to be in the end. Sorry if I'm rambling. This is I'm recording this while I'm watching the video again in like full speed, so I need to get used to this sort of thing. So we're nearly done with the initial black parts, because, okay, when it comes to metal, you have to remember how light wraps around things, so you have to leave a lot of white, as well as, you know, trying to figure out where the black should go. And if there's a round object, you have to make sure that the light, you know, really goes around it. Oh yeah, the arm, that was pretty difficult because, I mean, it's not exactly flat or anything. Like I said before, nice and round, so you really have to kind of imagine how light is how the shadows are kind of gonna meld into the rest of the image. As well as, you know, how the shape of the muscle helps shape the shadow. Okay, and we're nearly done, because once this is done, we turn the opacity back to 100%, and we're on to the shading. Because I never show you how I color, because that's going to take way too much time. So, like I always do, I use a sort of reddish gray tone on a multiply layer with a rounded square brush, which I lowered to 50 opacity, and I put on the transfer mode. That way I can kind of pack on the shadow tones, and then take away as much as I want when I have the eraser on the same setting. That way it looks like it's been packed on and it's not so flat. You can actually, you know, play with the tones of the shadow, or of that gray tone. And initially I wanted to copy this layer and then put it on top so it looks darker, and then kind of erase some stuff from there, but then that would take too much time, and also it would be too dark. You see it's coming on nicely. spending too much time on the gun. Kind of shaping how the shadows are going to look on the pants. And thanks to our black tones, we don't have to spend too much time on the actual shadow. We just have to, put a big block down, put a big block of color down, and then with the eraser tool, shape it to how we want it. Not spending too much time on it, as well as, letting people know it's there. Because the real focus was on the arm. Because it's layered, it's got metal plates, so you really have to kind of remember it can't all be just one huge piece. Okay, that's done. Now we're moving on to the highlights. So like before, it's a screen layer. It's a separate layer set to screen, and then with a lighter gray tone, with the same brush, do the exact same thing with shadows, but where the light should go. Like where you think there's a lot of bright tones. And then once that's done, with the metally bits or the shiny parts, use white, very small dab of white to really show where you want the shine to come in. And once that's all done, you can move on to one of my favorite parts. Or actually, the whole thing is my favorite thing. The only thing I can really say that I don't like to do is doing the flat colors, because that's always a pain in the ass. See, right here. That's what I did. With the white, I highlighted areas that I think needed to be in the pure spot. Like, especially on the arm. Not using too much, or else it's just going to look wet. See? Just adding a bit there, and we're all done. Okay, now we're moving on to textures. What I did was I selected the area around it, clicked inverse, and then with a separate texture brush, kind of lightly went over it on an overlay layer. And as you can see, I just used a lot of different photos from a Warzone, and I packed it on, and it's done. And then with a sort of a smoke brush, I added some smoke effects to make it look like he's kind of walking through a big storm, just a big sandstorm of shit just flying around. Okay, and that's the Winter Soldier. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you liked the fact that this was much shorter than the average video. I'm going to try and make the next one maybe a bit more coherent. I'm still trying these things out. I'm still learning. Leave me alone. Well, thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you next time. And this is Dino Comics Forever, signing off. Bye!